welcome to a new chapter of this channel, which is called The Honesty Hour with Aimo. So, you all know me and Lee as a part of our other channel, The Munch Bunch Mukbang.
Hello.
Yeah, but this is basically something a little bit different, something a little bit new. We're going to be discussing all topics, no limits, anything goes. So, Lee is my guest today. Lee won't always be in the video.
No.
But this today includes his opinions.
Oh, great.
Welcome, Lee.
Thank you, Aimo. Thank you for having me on. The new Michael Parkinson. Is he not with us now? I don't remember.
Yes, he is. I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Hello, Park, if you're watching. If you're not, then God rest your soul. But Aimo is here to
Right,
reenact
so
you.
I have my notebook. By the way, I'm going to give you a quick...
I thought it was like, this is your life then.
So, today's topic, number one, is jealousy in relationships.
Ooh.
Okay, so relationships doesn't necessarily mean your partner. As I've written down here, it could be friends with the opposite sex. Just a friend. You could have self-confidence, insecurities, being in a club with attractive people and you're with your partner. Sibling jealousy. And last one, friendship jealousies. So I'm going to start with my number one on my list.
Numero uno.
Yeah.
Number one.
So, relationship jealousy. Have you ever been in that situation? You are with your partner, and whether it's something that's happened in the past or something that is insecure about you has brought on the green-eyed monster.
Oh, like Incredible Hulk.
No, like that's what they call jealousy, the green-eyed monster. So, for instance, so you are with your partner, and I've known this, I've been through this, and I'm going to tell you a tale. But it's say you watch someone on the telly and it's the BAFTAs and there's all these gorgeous men and gorgeous women and you're there in your Adidas bottoms, your hair's a state, you're like that, and you're there like, oh no, is he looking at them? Is he looking at them and is he comparing them to me? Has any of you been in that? Because I have.
There are people out there, not that far out there.
Be interested in having a man's take on this.
There are people out there who get like we've been round people. I'm not gonna name names, and actually off the top of my head I can't remember who they are, but I know it's happened because I've been like, what the hell? And like, there's a couple there, and one of them's got angry, not even jealous, angry. The other one saying, "Oh, so and so's attractive on the TV," and you're like, what? They're on the TV. Unless like there's a new form of television where you can climb through it and get to that person, the chances are it's not an issue.
Now,
Strange.
I've been in this position.
Have you been the jealous one or the one?
I've been both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, go on then.
So,
I haven't.
Not now.
No.
But years ago, you know this, I used to be very, very insecure due to past relationships. Now, when I met Lee, we was 21 years of age.
21.
Lee wasn't the maturest at that point when it come to, like, you know, settling in.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, you know? So obviously, there were certain things that made me feel rather insecure, rather jealous. And this was brought through from past relationships where I thought, oh my God, like, you know, is it because of my insecurities about my weight? Is it because of my face? Is it because of this, that and the other? Like, to me, a lot of people who are overweight just concentrate on that. No, with me, it's always been my hair. It's always been my makeup. It's always been how I present myself. And if I didn't think I was good enough, I would think, oh my God, he's looking at someone else. That's it. My life's over. I can't handle the pressure of another woman being around him. And I was like that.
Yeah.
I was so insecure. I wasn't nasty about it, but I was extremely, extremely insecure, wasn't I?
Yeah, you have been, yeah. I'm not insecure about people on like face. Oh, so she says about everyone, like blokes, women, whatever, on the TV and magazines and the internet. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. You know, like, oh, Idris Elba's on the TV. I know I'm has a thing for Idris, whoever it might be, or who else has there been? There's been a couple of the years.
And I think Jennifer Lopez is stunning. It's not just men. I'm not into men and women, but I can appreciate
But it
women's
doesn't bother
beauty.
me though. That doesn't.
But I like, for instance, like now, it's changed completely. Me and Lee are perfectly secure, and you've got to admit I've changed tenfold.
Yeah, you have done. Yeah.
I used to be extremely jealous of pictures, anything, and it was such a deep, deep insecurity that I would literally be, even watching certain films, I was like, oh my God. And Lee couldn't tell you this, and I'll openly admit it, how bad I was. But luckily now, one piece of advice I can give to anybody, men or women who feel like that, is the sooner you let it go and the sooner you think, yeah, well, whatever to it, it makes your relationship stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like, me and you don't have any issues
No,
like that.
not at all.
Now and again, Lee will have a slight bit of jealousy if something happens and he'll be like, oh, what are you looking at?
So this afternoon,
Never,
I forgot about
it's never
this.
happened then, has it?
No, I didn't get jealous. I think it's a different conversation, this. Is paranoia another topic?
No, it comes under this sort of
Guess
thing.
So I said to Aim, like, she was getting ready, or it was earlier on, and I said to her, I'll message Tia or something like that off her phone. And I picked up her phone and she said, yeah, I'll pass it. Yeah, you're not WhatsApping it, I'll ring her. I was like, didn't think of her. I was like, why don't you want to pick up her phone? I let it go there. I'll come downstairs, watch some TV.
No, I'm not going to laugh.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible with... I am. But I genuinely just thought it's quicker to just...
No, that happened. And that went like water for a duck's back. I didn't
But
think
then he had
it.
my phone right after to order the takeaway
Then
for
I
our other
come
channel.
down and I was like, oh, we need to order food. My phone was on charge. Went up. I'll show you the menu because I found a new restaurant to try. Noisy kids.
On our first video as well.
Yeah, they're already quite A&E for us. Or police. I said, oh, I'll show you the menu. I picked up her phone. She said, yeah, I'll pass it here. Something like that. I can't remember what the hell it was about now. And I said, somewhere I'll WhatsApp to you. And you took the phone back off me again for some reason. And I was like, what the hell's the issue? And then that was that.
But isn't that a prime...
Then you give me the phone to use. So I was like, oh, there's obviously no issues.
Not at all. I mean, I'm not being funny. Who the bloody hell am I gonna
I don't know what I thought.
But this is exactly my point. Sometimes, even, we've been together nearly 16 years. Sometimes if Lee's phone's going off, I mean, you got to understand, and this is something else, women, men, have you ever been sitting there with your partner? Let's just do an example of relaxing sitting and look at the TV. You're just watching the telly, bring, 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 and I'm like,
I'm asleep.
who is texting him? Who is texting her? We've been in this situation, and like, it's 9 times out of 10 Lee's betting sites. And it's 9 times out of 10 like TikTok notifications, or because I notify when a lot of people on Instagram have put up a post, and it is innocent as that. But you are always going to have that ounce of jealousy and paranoia if you've got that relationship with somebody, which I think it can be healthy, but there is an unhealthy jealousy, isn't there, about things, and paranoia.
Yeah, there can be.
You have to realise, and it took me years to realise this, that what is going to happen is going to happen. No amount of worrying, no amount of jealousy or paranoia is going to stop that person doing the wrong thing, is it?
It can work both ways, I think, in the respect of, like, you can have no jealousy for years. If there's no reason at all to be jealous or worried, then you can just go through life plain sailing. I'm often said to me, you're never jealous, are you? Because I'm just not. I've no reason to be. But then something can happen, and you think, like, say your life's gone nice and smooth like that, and then all of a sudden, like a little iceberg appears in the sea, like as in like maybe new people come into your life, wherever you feel a bit more, you never normally around these people, and you're like, oh bloody hell, I'm around a good looking bloke every day now.
Well, this brings us on to point 2, opposite sex friends who are attractive.
Yeah.
It can make you feel insecure. It can make you feel a bit, and like Lee was just saying about a little rocky road, but again, it doesn't really matter because you've got work colleagues, you've got people you meet every day in the local shop, whatever. You're always going to be faced with these kind of people, aren't you? And it really does depend on how secure you are together in your relationship. I agree with that one.
There are 15 years in me and our entire relationship now, so after that amount of time, there are still people out there who wouldn't be still comfortable after 15 years, and maybe they've been given reason not to be. But we haven't. And
then
nice
obviously,
now, thankfully.
self-confidence. So self-confidence and insecurities is a big thing in being with somebody as well. I think before you completely commit to somebody, you've got to work on your own self-confidence, haven't you, as well? You've got to try.
I never had to worry about it. It's not something I've ever thought about.
No,
really.
but like self-confidence as well. As a man and a woman does get older, more lines start appearing. It's not as easy to lose weight. It's not as easy to feel 21 anymore, spring chicken, as we know. Between being 30 and 37, like, more aches and pains do happen, different things. And then all of a sudden this spring chicken comes along, good looking guy, good looking girl, everything's going well. And you think, well, okay then. how's my self-confidence doing? And it doesn't hurt you, you know, to do like your little pampering sessions, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, do something to make you feel good, whether it's having your hair done. My God, I've changed mine that much over this past month, it's unreal. Whether it's like, you know, buying yourself some new clothes, whatever. If you're on a night out, get a new top, make yourself feel good. Because when you have a bit of self-confidence and you go out there and you think, yeah, you know what, I actually look all right, it gives you that little stepping stone, doesn't it, to making you a happier person. Yeah. And that could be anything you're interested in, like whether it's self-care, whether it's buying some new clothes, whether it's a new book, something that makes you happy, gives you a little bit of something for yourself. It pushes it a long way, doesn't it, to being a happier person, less stressed.
Yeah, but there is self-confidence. There's also confidence sometimes you need that confidence boost from the person you're with.
Yeah.
And there are some people out there, usually blokes I think it is, from what I see or hear or whatever, that are like, they go out of their way to just be a bit not very nice. So you get like some blokes, we've known at least we've known two. I'm sorry, I've got a bit of sellotape on my finger off the table. We've known two different people who, around their partners, are very much like, oh, look at this woman here, Lee. And I'm not like that. Aimo will say, why ain't you like that over in the past? Like, we've been friends with people, and still are to an extent, and they're like, get this woman here. And oh yeah, whatever. Oh, ain't she fit? And I don't take part in them sort of conversations.
Probably about 14 years ago, and we was at a local club, and I am not kidding you, we was across from a strip club, and he was basically like, you know what, let's go in there and let's look at these women. And it was really awkward. And I think you've got to be respectful of your partner. We're all going to look at people. We can all appreciate beauty in men and women. Doesn't matter. This isn't about them people who go, I'm not gay, I'm not. We can all see beauty in with men and women. It doesn't matter who you are. Because a man would probably go, oh, he's not looking on a bit jealous or whatever. However, it's always nice to compliment your partner. However, one big thing I would never do, and this is the biggest piece of advice for a man or a woman, is when they go, do I look all right? You go, yes, for the sake of it. But put it nicely, but don't let your partners go out there looking silly.
Oh,
There's been several times, yeah, you look great.
Certain outfits, and you think you have to just keep them happy. It's 7 o'clock, we're going out 7:30.
Yeah, and that is so...
You look lovely, Aim.
That's the wrong thing to do, because it makes you, when you know when someone's being genuine. I know when he's not, and he'll be like, yeah, looks good. And I'm like, Lee, don't you dare, 5 minutes before we go out, do that to me. So always tell the truth.
No, I agree with that. That's a good thing to say.
Moving on to my one but last topic. Sibling jealousy. Now, me and Lee haven't got brothers or sisters.
I can't even talk about
this. I can only relate to my first cousin, my mum's sister's boy, who's 10 years older than me. Not going on to his personal details, but there was a lot of so-called sibling rivalry.
I think you two, to be fair, I didn't know Aim and a cousin back then. Their sort of friendship or relationship had sort of died down by the time I met Aim at 21. But you, from what you told me and what your mum and dad have said, you had like a sort of brother-sister thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because how close you all was.
Yeah, we was like brother and sister, and it was like, from his point of view, it felt like a jealousy thing to me, because I was extremely close with his dad, my uncle who sadly passed away, my auntie, my mum's sister. We was a very close-knit family, and it was that kind of squabbly, little bit of nasty comments here and there, and as we grew older, we grew apart because there was simply so much like heated up jealousy involved. And it was sort of like grasping for attention. Yeah. My mum used to give him, because he was 10 years older than me, mainly a lot of attention. And then I come along and everybody was like, oh, there's a baby, it's Amy, it's the daughter and I never had type of thing. That it caused him to have a lot of jealousy. So a question I want to ask you guys, because me and Lee can't obviously compare notes with this one, is do you have brother and sister troubles? Do you have, like, children who find it hard to be in the same house together? Not necessarily as little children, but, like, as teenagers. I grew up with two girls who were very much chalk and cheese, but they were sisters, and it was very just, let's be amicable. Tell me some of the stories, if you can, about something like that, because we'd like to discuss this again in a further topic, because it's just interesting how sometimes when you're teenagers, you're like, bleh, but then when you grow older, they're quite close.
Yeah. We have... set up an Instagram for this channel, for this
Yeah,
segment.
all the details will be in
The description, and on the next video I'll put them on the intro.
Yeah, and also, if you don't have Instagram, let me tell you this, there is also an email address that you can contact me on with your answers, and every answer you give me or story you tell me will always be anonymous unless you say, I want you to tell me who I am. The last one, and then we're going to have to wrap it up because I want to give you a few details, is friendship jealousy. Now, when I was younger, we was in a group of friends in school. I'm not saying that I was, but I've been told I was. I was part of like a popular group of people. And then you've got like different groups, haven't you? We was only talking about this the other day. Some people have more money than others. Some people have more material goods. You know, oh, she's got better bags, better shoes. In my day, it was always kickers' shoes.
With girls, it must be terrible.
Like, you know, her hair's better than mine. And I'm just wondering, how do you guys feel about friendship? Like, as you are adults, it's a totally different kettle of fish. You can kind of let go of jealousy within friendship groups. But if there's more than one friendship in that group, like if there's 3, do you get jealous if your friend has decided to go on a night out with?
So it can stop as you get older.
Yeah. Now, me and obviously my best friend Claire, we was talking about this the other day, and apparently now there is so many people who use social media as a point-proving thing. So, for instance, like if you're a person who puts to your friend 4 kisses, then for instance, like you're in a bit, and then they'll put 1 kiss. And apparently there's a thing now that if you accidentally put a Z, it means something like, psh, that's extra double, put your fingers up. And I was just wondering, do you know anyone of your friends that makes points like that?
You told me about this, and you were like, no, don't look at this. So-and-so's making a point. What the hell are you on about?
Honestly, like in the past,
what's that even mean?
4 years ago I was in this situation, and believe me, there's a lot of point making. And way back 15 years ago, just different bits and pieces. But I want to ask you, how do you feel? Are you one of them people who's a leader in your friendship group? Or are you kind of like the peacemaker or the one that gets hurt? So for instance, like, I'm not bothered anymore. I let my insecurities go a long time ago with that. I'm thinking, if people don't like me now, I'm happy with just my family. I don't need anybody else. And I've been the one who's took lead now and thought, no, you either be all right with me and my choices, or you can keep away. And as soon as I let that go, as soon as I was able to say, I'm not having that anymore, I'm not going to be the underdog, I'm not going to worry about people's opinions, it has given me so much life.
Yeah.
And intimidation by friends is something we both experienced.
I had it in high school, so I had like a few lad mates, and I thought it was fairly close, but not really. And then I started going out with this lass, and then we split up, but she was hanging around with it. We was all around together, lads and lasses. I went out with this lass for a couple of weeks, we split up, and then she went and told him all this stuff that wasn't true. Like, I can't remember, like I've been slagging him off or something or other. It was like 15, 16, and then next thing you know, them lot are all going out. I'm not getting the phone call, oh, you coming out? Or whatever, you like meeting up with us later on. So I just, oh, no one's going out. And then like one day I was out and about to the shop or something, there they all am hanging out together. You're like, oh, I guess I'm not part of that group no more.
Yeah, that really hurts. That
does, even in high school, even when you're older.
Yeah.
But I've not got mates now from back then, which probably helps me now. But then I get jealous of people who do have friends like that. Or you get people like, you've been friends for 20 odd years.
You see me like cold feet, showing that. But there is a difference. Don't be ever one of them people who'll go, so you're going out with your other friend tonight then? Because 90% of the time when you grow up, it isn't like that. I hate them women who are like, oh, she's going out with her. She doesn't want to go out with me no more. And I've been in that situation once in high school where we had a bomb scare in school. And my mum, because all my friends was coming back to my house, but because there was no one in the house, my mum was like, I don't really want a bunch of kids in the house without my sort of oversee, so to speak, and every one of them fell out with me. Every single one of them fell out with me.
Girls can be bitches.
They really can. And do you know something? My biggest piece of advice to anybody in that situation is as soon as you break away from little people like that, you will feel so much better and you'll take so much control of your life. So the questions I want to ask you before we go, because at the first video I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but then I'm going to gradually build up to it. 2 just short of an hour next time of different subjects. Relationship jealousy. Tell me, is the relationship jealousy between you or your partner? Let me know any stories. Again, Lee will put all the details and in the description box of my new Instagram, which is called the Honesty Hour with
I'll
Aimo.
put it in next, I can't remember.
And then I have honestyhourwithaimo@gmail.com, something like that. But Lee will put it all in so you can get in touch with me. Is there a problem when you're out in a club and you see in your friends, you've got a friendship group and you've got a couple, a man and a woman, and they're really attractive? Is there sort of insecurities when you're out, or you think your partner fancies that person?
There's awkward situations. I mean, we've still got a couple of minutes showing, but like some of you might do things which we should probably write some of this down so we can actually go through it together. Like, you can do stuff without thinking it's an issue, and you don't realise that you're making your partner feel paranoid or jealous or whatever. So like I was saying with the person who used to say, "Oh, I ate so feet," and they'd actually have like pictures on the phone, say, "Look at this picture of this man or this woman."
I've never really understood that one.
And then the partner's sitting there like a gooseberry sort of, well, not gooseberry, like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, but it's like a sitting duck really, isn't it? Thinking, well, and this brings me on to my third point that I want you to discuss is insecurity. If you've got somebody going, let's pretend that's, yeah, look at that bloke, look at that girl, here we are, I'll show it you whilst your partner's sitting there. That is going to make you feel insecure. I don't care who it is. It's like walking into a strip club if you're in with your partner and you've got a girl dancing on a pole or a bloke like Channing Tatum, off we go. You're going to feel slightly insecure, aren't you? Unless you've got complete body confidence, you feel fantastic. You've got to do whatever you can to make your partner feel the truth, which is like good about each other.
And when you get to our house, make it sound bloody ancient, but we're past mid-30s now. And when we was out recently, thankfully we didn't really go anywhere where it was like full of young people. But in the past we've been to like Warsaw and stuff like in Birmingham. And you walk in there in like your early 30s to mid-30s.
You're all right when you're knocking 30, but when you know...
And everyone's like, I mean, people like 16 these, so it's 16, 18, 19, 20. And you're like, frigging hell.
There's places where we'd have really to go old. Little bit different now.
I was in McDonald's in Lancaster recently. We'd been to my granddad's funeral. I was right at the station. I said, I've got an hour to wait. I'll go and get us a McDonald's. I'm not even joking you. I actually looked round. There must have been 40 or 50 people in that McDonald's, including staff. And apart from one bloke cleaning the bloody bins out, I was the oldest person there. That was it. I was like, what the hell's happened here? Why is McDonald's full of kids? Where's the adults?
Well then, so, again, the question that I want to ask you here, obviously, how are you with your insecurities? How secure are you in your relationship? How are you insecure? Insecure is your partner. And then, like Lee said, being in McDonald's, if you are in a club and you see an attractive man or woman, how do you instantly feel? I'm not saying about you find them attractive, but do you feel like, oh God, he's sitting there and then there's me, her sitting there and then there's me, how does my partner look at them? And even if you haven't got that partner, what are your feelings like when you see somebody you're like, you know?
I think we should come back to this. This has been a good topic.
But I want people to come back to me.
This is all for you and this is your thing.
So I've got loads coming up, which I'm just going to give you a sneak peek.
I think you should come back to this at a later date, like ways you can make your partner feel better that you might not realise you're not doing. So, sorry, I've started with water. As in from your point of view, when you've been worried or whatever in the past, reassurances.
Yeah. Reassurance is a big thing.
Making them feel nice about themselves.
Don't over-reassure, because you've got to have that self-confidence within yourself. But, like, to make somebody feel better doesn't hurt, does it? If it's truthful, if you are with someone, there's a reason you're with someone.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Go on.
No, like if you're in a club like I'm saying, or anywhere, any situation, and you know there's a lot of good-looking people in there, and maybe your partner, I'm not for you out there, and for me and I, but whoever, if you know your partner is underconfident, like, I don't feel nice in this tonight, or, oh, bloody hell, I need to lose a bit of weight, if they mentioned that the week before, then you're out and there's loads of good-looking blokes there, who like 6-packs on them, just make them feel nice. Just give them a cuddle, give them a kiss in public, say, look, you look beautiful. You're the most beautiful person here tonight, and I won't want to be with anyone else other than you.
Go to a different kind of environment. If that's an environment, build up to something like that. Sort of build up to going into social circles, if that's what is making you feel insecure. Start in a pub, have a restaurant, go to different things. And then if you want to try a club, do that. But it doesn't always necessarily mean clubbing. It means anywhere that you could be in that social setting where you're going to feel insecure. But the more you go, the more you feel better. It's a bit like exposure therapy, isn't it? Next subject is obviously sibling rivalry. What's it like having like two teenage daughters, brother and sister? Are you as an adult in a situation where you are in rivalry with, like, say you're a brother, you've got a couple of brothers, couple of sisters, something terrible happens, you've got to split a house. Let's say, for instance sake, are you in rivalry like that? Jealousy, is one brother and sister extremely rich, you're extremely not so well off? How are things in that? Does it change your relationship? Does it change the way you feel about each other? Have people become selfish? I want to know, like, what our relationships like with brothers and sisters from being young child to an adult. If you've got any, stories you want to write into and tell us, because me and Lee can't really comment on that apart from what I've had with my cousin. And the last one, friendship, jealousy. What is your social circle like? Are you happy to be in it? Are you happy to be like me and Lee, who have a very small social circle? Because sometimes you can go through that much nonsense, you'd rather cut your losses, wouldn't you? And say, no, I'm going to stick to people who are loyal to us, to me, whoever. So, everything will be in the description box below. If you can answer some of these questions, like Lee said, we will come back to them on a later date. I'm also going to go to the front of the book.
Shifters on there.
This is the front of the book. This is where all my ideas are, so I'm going to give you a couple that are coming your way. So I'm going to do obviously makeup on here, which is obviously not necessarily for the boys, but if it is, you're more than welcome to join. I'm going to do men's mental health. I'm going to do a bit about grief, relationships, dating, crime stories. Obviously, we've done jealousy. I'm going to talk about husband and wife, marriage, questions, assumptions, teenage pregnancy, co-parenting. Who wears the trousers in your relationship? And that is just a few of the ideas that are going to come your way. So I hope you enjoyed this first video, podcast, whatever you want to call it, of the Honesty Hour with Aimo. But there is a lot more to come. Like I said, any stories, no limits, anything certainly goes. It will all be anonymous unless you tell me otherwise. Write in with your stories in the description below.
On the Instagram or email.
On the Instagram or email. Like I said, it will be available. And I will see you next time. Please answer the questions and get back to us if you want to see more of this.